braking in San Francisco. Today's a rough day. I did the Golden Gate Bridge by inline skates yesterday. Check out that video. And my legs are still a little bit sore from that. But it's okay. We have arrived at the famous Lombard Street. I wanted to do this by bike. I also consider doing this by inline skates, but that seems pretty dangerous, and moreover, it's not asphalt. And that doesn't help in braking and slowing down. Still too high. I stopped for just a few seconds, also to let the car pass. Obviously I'm in the way, or the cars are in the way. Depends on how you look at it. But at least done there, if I've been there, done that. Got quite some comments along the way, ranging from, well, that's one way to go, to good job buddy. And the view is of course fantastic, as you can see. Of course, with the city being so hilly, you will also be rewarded with nice views. There, look at this downhill. I knew it was hilly, but I didn't realize there were so many steep slopes here. Very cool. When I think of the images I've seen of downtown San Francisco, that building has stuck in my mind, with that triangular top. We're now on Stockton Avenue. We have entered Chinatown. I always like to visit Chinatown. It's very fascinating. There's communities. I think Chinatown in San Francisco is one of the largest Chinatowns in the world. They have all these Chinese shops, restaurants, etc. Very cool. And this is a very interesting tunnel. It says here Chinatown. Here at the other end, it says Union Square, which is close to where we are arriving now. I think Union Square is right in front of us. This is Union Square. Right here. So right there is the starting point for the famous cable cars. I checked it out this morning, but it's so busy there. It's unbelievable. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it is kind of cool to see, of course. See? The line, look, the line starts way over here. And it's only here where you can actually board. Hippie van, that's cool. Because, you know, San Francisco, Berkeley area, the birthplace of hippies. Behold, the City Hall of San Francisco. So I think I biked myself out of the downtown area. At least that's how it looks. Here in the Alamo Square Historic District. The view is awesome. There's a triangular building I pointed out earlier. Nice. Let's take a look at how the view is on the other side of the park. So away from downtown. Alright. Yeah, it's obvious, huh? How hilly the city is. So I'm assuming that over there is the top of an antenna, but because the lower half is covered in fog, it almost looks like a ship in the sky. That's awesome. It's very compact. There's not a lot of high-rise, at least from what I've seen so far. But it's like intersections like this, one after the other. So I see an awful lot of these cars. And I just noticed there's nobody in there. This is a driverless car. This is like the 10th one I've seen in the last 24 hours. Yeah, there it goes. The area I'm in right now is considerably more quiet compared to where I started. This is one steep road going down and one steep road going up. There's a nice stop sign here. Well, I checked, there's nobody coming. And now up, 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 up. Approaching the Pacific Ocean. You know, the wind was coming from the southwest direction, so that's exactly the direction I was heading for. So yeah, that will bring me to the ocean at some point, which is what happens right now. The street is called the Great Highway. Here we are at the beach. I think for most people it's a little bit chilly to be here. Now I'm coming from windmill country. That looks very much, not completely, but it resembles a Dutch windmill. I noticed it already from like a kilometer that direction. I'm like, what the heck is this? I was right. It's called the Queen Wilhelmina Garden. It used to be a queen decades and decades ago. This is a referral to my native country of the Netherlands. It doesn't quite look like a typical Dutch windmill, but it definitely bears resemblance to it. I noticed it right away. Interesting. There's another one down the road. Okay. '97 Dutch windmill. Well, here's the other windmill. Like a mile down the road. It says here, the Murphy windmill, this one, is commonly believed to be the largest windmill of its kind in the world. I'm not entirely sure about that. It doesn't look that way, to be quite frank. The two windmills together, it says here, are often referred to as the San Francisco Giants. You know, that's an interesting statement to make, because I think one of the sport teams in San Francisco is called the San Francisco Giants. So the streets got wider since we moved away from downtown. You can also see that here. I guess that is to be understood. Maybe there's a little more space here. But again, that architecture, it is very interesting. I mean, just take this house over here as a random example. That's a very unique style. Look at all these little houses back to back. No space in between them. So every house has a garage under it. Like literally every house. Another thing that's very noteworthy is the diversity in colors. Look at this dark blue, the orange, or this kind of blue over here. I think this is cool. So we're at the corner of Wawona and Sunset. And look at those beautiful views over there. A lot of buildings on the slopes of the hills. In a sense, that reminds me of the hills I saw in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. Usually occupied by favelas, I should add. It was quite a climb. I took this road for kilometers, but it's worth the effort. Look at the vista here. Hill with what appears to be expensive houses. That looks awesome too. Imagine living at the top of that hill. And over there we have a view toward the south of the city. Again with slopes filled with buildings, residential buildings. Yeah, this is one of those hills in more close-up. Again, I think the most expensive houses are on the top there. I'm not gonna go there, or actually on that top. And even this looks nice. Been climbing and climbing and climbing. And I think we should be near the top of this particular hill. Right there, you see the foot of what appears to be an antenna tower. So that means we're at pretty decent elevation. You see antenna towers nearby. And just as I talk about it, the low-hanging fog makes the whole tower disappear. It comes and goes here, the fog. It's really interesting. I just noticed the road that I'm at is a scenic drive, 49 mile scenic drive. Well, curious what that will bring me. Spectacular view coming up. Oh yeah, look at this. This was worth the climb. Wow. There we have downtown. I can imagine why they call this the scenic drive. Get the camera a little bit higher for you. No stopping at any time. Yeah, for cars. Bikes, very easy, right? Yeah, so you can see the end of the bridge to Oakland. I think you see the downtown area, obviously. And it appears that this part of San Francisco that we're looking at is flatter again. That's quite evident. I just talked to a local, and already this hill that I just did is one of the larger ones in San Francisco. I see 3 hills there, and 2 of those may be the Twin Peaks. He said that you cannot get to the real top by bike. It's only walkable, he said. So I decided to pass on this one. It's steep over here. Wow. obviously San Francisco has a rich history in LGBT rights. Right here, judging from all the rainbow flags, we're at the heart of an LGBT community, I would say. This is Mission Street. This appears to be a Latino neighborhood. Judging from the stores that I see, the names of the stores. Also a place here, Latin Jewelers. I don't think you can see it. Different vibe again from all the neighborhoods that I visited today. That's what I like about biking. I wonder if that's the headquarters of Uber. So about, let's say, 2 hours ago, we were at the Pacific side. In the meantime, we have made it to what I now call, let's say, the Bay side. There we go. The bridge to Oakland, the port of San Francisco. And in contrast to some of the piers that I visited yesterday by inline skates, which were now more like entertainment districts, this seems to be a real port. Look at the ship in the back over there. Cape Hudson is the name of the ship. In the video I've been talking about the San Francisco Giants and the windmills. I believe now that this is the stadium. Nicely located here. The stadium of the San Francisco Giants. Yep. That's how it appears. Cool bridge over there. The first inline skater I've seen in San Francisco up to this point. Oracle Park, home of the San Francisco Giants. So back in downtown, I wanted to do the Bay Bridge to Oakland by bike, but I asked the local and there is no bike lane going from here to Oakland. So that's unfortunate. So far for that plan. 2, 1, well, it's fine.